Welcome to the Employco HR Chat. I'm Rob Wilson, and with me is Jason Eisenhut.
Hi, everyone.
Thanks for joining us this week. So, Jason, as you look at new grads that are in the workforce, saw an interesting trend that you uncovered over the last couple of months.
Yeah, more and more college grads are willing to, it's not just more and more, it's over half. 67% are willing to sacrifice some pay in lieu for better job security. So if I've got two jobs, and they're lucky right now to get two job offers, they're considered two jobs. But if it's between two jobs or multiple, one's higher paying, but the job security seems less or a little bit more risky versus a lower paying job, but they feel good about the job security and there's no uncertainty there or less uncertainty. They're more 67% of those college grads or recent college grads are more likely to take the lower paying job in exchange for job security.
Because in the past it was whoever's going to pay me the most amount of money.
Right.
So, and over the years, you've looked at a big thing for employees was healthcare, employee benefits. A grad, you're 23, 24, you probably still can fall under your parents, even though ACA says you shouldn't, because if you have a job, the job should be your primary. But my guess is a lot of kids still fall under their parents
Until age 26, yeah.
right. And even though they're not supposed to, but they still do.
Right.
But interesting now, so pay is taking a backseat to job security.
Yeah, for almost 2/3 of job or candidates out there, college grads are, I don't know if they're seeing some of their parents go through layoffs or stress at home because of job insecurity, but yeah, it's becoming a more and more important topic or differentiator for college grads.
So now as an employer, and you're competing, you're going to hire someone, you're competing against the a couple other employers, ideally. You want your wages to be fair. So how do you portray, or what makes your job more secure than another one?
Okay, so you want to really emphasize the stability. So we just celebrated our 30-year anniversary here at Employco,
Right.
which is true. That's not, we really did. And then kudos to the ownership and the management team with great culture. So you want to emphasize some of that. For small organizations, although we may not have the traditional career path in HR that Amazon or some other big companies, we emphasize, hey, you have a lot of variety to your job. You can always take on new responsibilities. We always give great recognition. Maybe we can have a job title that changes you to senior. So we always try and emphasize some of the pieces that differentiate either a large employer from
Right.
smaller or vice versa. And that kind of certainty that there are no plans for layoffs. We haven't had a layoff in the history of the company, something along those lines, especially for small employers. That'd be good to.
Yeah, I think when you look at small, medium-sized employers, you always have to sell yourself to your applicant. That, and they're selling themselves as well. So you want to make sure there's a good fit. For us, personalities are a big issue, but actually conveying to, like you said, we've been at this for 30 years, so we're going to be here tomorrow versus a startup. But yeah, interesting. I wonder at what point is that difference in salary become? Is it like a 5%, 10%? Is it a couple
That's a good point.
$1,000s? It's just the basis was job security. I'll work somewhere less. I wonder what that percentage becomes.
Yeah, and the survey I saw did not differentiate that, but that'd really be interesting to see. As like you said, is it 5-10%? If it's a 20% difference, are they willing to take the chance on the job insecurity? I don't know.
10% becomes a pretty decent number, no matter what your salary is.
Yeah.
So, but great topic.
Yeah, and if you ever want any help, hr@employco.com. That comes to me. That's an easier email address than jeisenhut@employco.com. We can help on kind of crafting that job ad, how to train your managers on do the best interviewing techniques, how to kind of sell yourself, and how to kind of also spot employees and they're getting the best out of them.
Right. So hr@employco.com goes right to Jason. So thanks for joining us this week for our HR chat. Appreciate it.
Thank you.